is up, everybody? Welcome back to the TRCBY show. Today we're doing another recap of Magnum Quest. So I started playing this game a little over a week ago, and we just finished up, what is it, the starter event and whatnot. So you get a free Arthur as well too during this adventure. So Arthur is pretty tanky. He's like a tank healer as well too. He's actually a really good healer. A little bit better than I think the what's her name? Aluen. Aluen. But anyways, like I am doing the dungeon right now. I'm on floor 146, and we just lost that one. But the thing about this game is you could move around like simply a character or switch off somebody and like 1-2 and you could win it. It's just a very interesting game. I'm not really sure the full battle mechanics of everything like that, but I do know that certain players use certain skills. Let's take, I guess we'll go with Arthur for example. So Arthur does a heal along with a shield. So when his special is up, which is the yellow bar, he'll do a heal and a shield, which is the blue bar on top. And then we have Lycidas, or Fen. I guess he just went off and Fen is going to die. But it's okay. Fen is a backstabber, assassin style player that does a lot of damage. Like a boatload. More so than I think Ares. But Ares has essentially a last dancer invulnerability. And he's immune to magic, physical, when he does his whirlwind. And that is pretty brutal. But there you go. Like little things like that. You just move a few guys around and you can make your way into the next stage. And that's essentially what this game is all about. I don't have a lot of, what would you call it, like duplicates of characters. So you'll see some of my guys are only 2-star, 1-star. 1-star you could always pump it up to 2 stars. But from 2 stars then you'll need another dupe of that same hero set for the 3-star. Then a 3-star you'll also need to get like 3-star of anything to go up to 4-star and so forth. So let's just change it up a little bit more and see what happens here. So this is Ares right here. He was also part of that new, I guess what would you call it, the starter banner, where for $100 like get 2 copies of him and some diamonds to summon. And I was like, not quite just yet. And that's such a short time frame for, I guess, anybody. If you like the game within 7 days or 3 days or whatever that banner was up for, buy it. But if you don't like it and you end up buying it, and it's like, oh, I just like threw $100 out for, I don't know, what did you do that for? I guess it may be worth it for some for that short period of time. Or if you have the money to do it and you're just a high roller, whaling it, fine. You do you, but just bear in mind these are all digital stuff. And as you guys know, with any type of digital apps out there, or games, mobile games especially, it could shut down in like next week. We don't know. We don't control any of this stuff. So if you are going to invest heavy on something, I guess you could do what you do, and that's what's up to you. But you know, that's your life, your money. But you could definitely try to invest in something else that's more tangible if you want to. But again, it's not trying to persuade people into anything. It's just the risk of, you know, I guess if you don't care about money and it goes away and you can make tons of it, awesome. You know, charitable donations could always use something like goodwill and stuff like that. But anyways, that is this is just this game. But yeah, it's not too bad. I am hitting some type of wall, as you guys can see. I really want to hit 150, but I'm not sure if I will during this particular run, which is okay. What I was really going after is they give you summons. So these little things are silver soul, and let's go ahead and use it. So this is a fortress type of this particular guy. That's like a machine mage over there. And these are your items. Ooh, I got a lot of gold, but they also have tiers. if you notice, this is like 1, and then I have level 2, and then level 3 gold tiers and whatnot. So the biggest thing that I want to do is maybe a summon. So very similar to all those other like mobile games out there that's very similar like this, there is a magic list which is also your wish list. So your wish list is by fortress, your wild, your your forest type, and then your dark. So these are the types of heroes that you could put on your wish list. So Fen, awesome like backstabbing assassin type. I have what I think is kind of like a Merlin type of guy over here. You also get him at the beginning of the game as well too. So this is Wyndon, and then over here, this is Arthur. So over here, I believe I used her quite often. I got her at the beginning. I believe her name is like Ekra. So Ekra is pretty good. I don't know much about this other individual, so not quite sure on her what she does, but I think I have her already. So this guy you could also get in one of your other, I believe that is your shop, and that is like a trial type of a shop, so where you need like 45,000. We could look at the shops later, but this one in particular I don't own. And then you got Bill over here. That's Bill. Like, I think that's Bill. I think that's his name is Bill. It's such a generic name. Hey Bill, how's it going? He's like, I'm doing alright. So I have her already. I wouldn't mind getting another one of her. I have you, and I don't own you, but I could buy you as well too. So that's why I'm kind of not really at the moment. But let's see. The other one is wild. So a lot of people I've noticed is going after Ares. Ares is this guy right here. He does a whirlwind, and during that whirlwind, he is immune to all attacks, control, physical, magical damage. It is an awesome like fighter. So it is super good. So Ares right here is very good at that. So he does a lot of damage, a lot of burst damage, and when he gets down into like almost like a fatal hit, he will recover. So there's a few characters that do these kind of last dance or resurrection type of deal, and that I've noticed so far within like the week and a half that I started playing. So Ares does that as well too, and I don't know if there's anybody else here on the wild side that does it. So this guy right here, don't know his name. I know that he's a drummer, enhances your what is it, your attacks and whatnot. So I think that's pretty cool. Don't have him, of course, or him, or this guy, but I think that guy is like a centaur's Manton. So that's what he is right there. And then over here, all right, so we have like this guy right here. So I believe that is like also part of your starter, I guess, build if you wanted to do the quest, and we'll get into that as well too. So I think this is Faye maybe. Let's go with that. And then this guy over here does a pull. He like yanks everybody in to him, and that is, what is his name? I forget off the top of my head, but I have him. He doesn't stand like survivability as much as I want to as a, I guess, a tank type, but he is more of a distraction type. So maybe he'll work with Lycidus, or what is that vampire guy's name that was just here? Lycidus. I think so. But anyways, this girl right here, she does Siren. I think her name is Oishi. Oishi. Like, I think that means it's good, I guess. So Oishi, and then him, he does really good range damage. But I think I want some more of her because she puts, she's a good CC. This, I don't really remember. But let's go into the dark side. So brand new, and this guy right here is actually really good. So Lycidus is, his skill is, I think it's he does an AoE ground attack, and then also siphons like HP from them as well too. And then he also, the big thing is with him is this, the beginning of the battle, he does this skill that is a blood contract. So let me just read off of what it says here. So at the beginning of each battle, Lycidas signs a blood contract with a random allied unit on the front row. There's only one other person on the front row. So it's either him on the front row, or I guess like you could put two people, but if he's on the front row, it's always the other guy around. So he's also a really good sub tank as well too, or a secondary tank. So anyways, it'll transport the other party that is on the front row to the back row of the enemy, which deals 180% attack damage to all enemy around it and lowers their accuracy by 30 points for 10 seconds. All damage taken by both signed party is divided equally between the two. In the battle, Lycidas transports a random enemy target to the most enemy dense area, which deals 180% attack damage to all enemies around it and lowers their accuracy again by 30 points for 10 seconds. That one skill, along with all of his other stuff, it is such a good skill to have, where you could cluster up all the guys like zoop, and you just transport Arthur. Arthur is very tanky. He could take the hits, and you could just stay back there as well too, and heal up. And then you also have, I think this is Alden, or whatever his name is. Right here, it's Alden. So Alden is another one of those guys who has like a last resort type of skill. So the moment he's about to die, he doesn't. He like resurrects, and then he gets a shield, and he's like, nope, not gonna die just yet. And I believe what is it called? So alright, so after receiving Fatal Blow, Alden enters the process of resurrection, which grants him a shield whose capability equals 150% of his max HP and recovers 15% of his max HP each second for 4 seconds. So 15, 15, that's 30. And 15, 15, and so 60%. So Alden's unable to attack during his regeneration phase, but it does give time. That's the thing. He's a time eater, and you could just whack at him. He has his own shield, and he also freezes guys around him. So really good tanky guy that does AoE in there. And that is the 4, I guess. You have your fortress, then you have your wildies, then you have your forest, and then you have your dark. And these other 2 up here, you can't select them. The only 2 at the moment that I could see is this one, which is Sir. Sir is the lighter one, and Kratos is the fiery one. So Sir is actually pretty good. What Sir's skill is, it just increases, like, I guess right off the bat, it does a burn across, like, right in front of it. And there's just a lot of really good benefits to Sir. And I think the biggest thing that I take out of this, I guess, character is that it's the 6% of attack. Like, what is it? No, let's read this a little bit more. Alright, so the first skill is Sir enters the awakened state, gains 50% attack and immunity to all control spell at the cost of 160 points of energy per second. Once her energy is depleted, Sir switches back to her normal state. When Sir is in the awakened state, Asgard's normal attack deals around area damage, and the damage dealt increased by 20. So Asgard is this little dragon guy over here. And then, let's see, the attack buff increased to, okay, so when Sir is in the awakened state, the attack buff increased to 70% and also gained 10% of haste. So I believe she also does, let's see, like attack boost bonus to all of your allies around here as well too, which is helpful. And I think attack boost is always good for your allies to have. And let's see, so Kratos is this red guy over here, and Kratos does, let's see, let me see if I can switch my screens real quick just to show it, because I have a second account that has these characters, but I don't have these characters on my main account. So let me go to here. So right here. So this is Sir. Here's the skills. And Sir enters the awakened state that we're talking about right here. Pause it if you like to read it. And then we're going to move on to the next one. And feel free to pause it if you'd like to read. This is the Scorched Earth at the beginning of the battle. And feel free to pause it and read it. This is what it does. And then we're going to go down to here. And Unyielding Wing. Feel free to pause to read if you like. And then we're going to go into the next one. Alright. And feel free to pause to read if you like as well. Okay. So, the next one is Kratos. And Kratos is over here. And Kratos' skills is actually really good. The silence is actually amazing. So, it helps right here. Like this. The burn effect damage increases 75% attack per second. The duration of the burn and the silence effect increase to 8 seconds. Just canceling out spell guys and just don't cast any spells on me. Super helpful, and it does save you every now and then. Even though I don't have multiple copies of him, he's not a star 1, star 2, or even a star 3. That silent skills could get you out of trouble if he survives, of course, depending on how strong of an opponent you are facing. But silent skills is pretty sweet. Alright, so let's go ahead and switch it back to our main one because I wanted to do a summon. So let me just go and switch screens over here back to us right here. So this is a summon. So they will give you pity system in here as well too. And I am almost there with the pity. So I am not a free to play player for this game. I spent $1. It was 99 cents actually for like a copy of, what is it? I don't know. I think it was a copy, one copy of Ares or something like that for 99 cents. So I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I will spend $2 because I made 2 accounts on this game and see where it goes. I'm not dishing out like $200,000. It's just $2. So just having a good time checking it out. So these are the pity systems right here. And eventually you will get another wish card selection essentially. So I got one already. And again, like, they will give you opportunities to get as much gold characters as you can. But you are on a time frame. But let's just go ahead and get one. Let's do it. Let's see what we get. Yes, we are going to spend 1350 dragon shards to summon, and hopefully we will get, yeah, all right, what will it be? Oh my goodness. Okay, I think we could pump up Arthur now. Oh my goodness. All right, so Arthur has been sitting at 2 for a while. Alrighty then, I'm kind of excited. All right, let's show you guys what that means. So there is an ascension build into this game as well too. So Arthur was at 2. Oh, I hope I'm not lying to myself. Is there 2 Arthurs? I see 1 Arthur. And yeah, there's 2. Ah, okay. I thought it was on the other account, but this is perfect. Alright, I also have 2 of this guy as well here. I almost call him Gandalf. But he's not. He's not Gandalf. He is Wyndon. So Wyndon is still a mage that looks a lot like Gandalf, but still, if you guys know the reference. But this is going to help me so much during the story mode because, alright, let's take a look and see what this will do. So I am at +2. Alright, what do we need for +1? We need 2 other singular 1 stars. And what do we need when we just have nothing? We need a dupe of ourselves, essentially, for that. So, make sure, try not to use auto send as much. Auto send will work well if you have these, and a lot of these. But sometimes when you're doing auto ascend, you may have a certain amount of guys that you're just like, you know what, I should have used this guy as my level upper or this guy instead. And it'll just do whatever. So just be careful, be mindful of it. I was using auto ascend at the beginning because all I had were these guys just to level them up to a silver star 1, and that was fine. But when you are trying to maximize, I guess, what you currently have, they may end up using this guy and then just pumping this out, and then now you have a gold of this bug, but to get another like star 1, you need a copy of yourself for that. So just be mindful of that, I guess, and be careful. So yeah, try to get some of these silver ones up to a singular star, so that way they could be used to get double and then used again to get a triple. Just focus on one. It doesn't really matter which one. You get a whole ton of whichever one it is that you get, so it's quite okay. Alright, so let's go back to leveling up Arthur to a 3-star. I'm super excited about this. Alright, let's go ahead. Oh my goodness. So we know that clicking on Arthur, we need an Arthur star 1. Do that, click on regular Arthur, and it'll show you ascending to a single star Arthur. And here are the bonus stats of that. So great, now we have that. Ooh, we're gonna take this guy and bump him up to a 3. I've been waiting for this a lot. So with this, his rating went up to 42. Max level now is 200, which is awesome, because I think we're just at the cap there. And then, or 180 was the cap. And then HP, 7 more K, attack, but the defense is what we really want. We want him to survive, since if he is doing the blood pack with Lycidas, and they're going to share the attack evenly, I want him to have as much HP and much defense as possible, and I think that works well with those two combined. So, oh boy, did I get anything else? No, I don't think I did. So I would have seen that if I did, but now that we have this, let's go into the rest of the squad. So the squad is like the library or the resonating tower or whatever it is. You need a minimum of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 main characters, whichever one, your highest level character, to be on the squad. So the squad's lowest level, which is like 150, that means everybody else that's on the squad, my squad size, will be 150. So I didn't understand this, or at least this mechanics, the layout of this, until a little bit later in the game. I was just using 5 characters for everything. But at the beginning, when you first played, there was a quest to, dude, put some guys in your squad so that way they'll be the lowest. And I was like, oh my goodness, that just opened up more options for me. It's like, ah, doy. So very similar to like those other type of mobile games out there as well too that uses this system. So I try to use guys that are 3-star, 1-star, and whatever else I have. And unfortunately, like, I would like really like to have these two actually more. Why? Because this dude right here, all right, let's go to this guy. This dude right here, Cyan, this little like bug dude, does crazy bleed damage. Like, I mean crazy bleed damage. It's like him along with this dude right here, Total Glass Canyon, Fen, and also who's this other girl that's a Total Glass Canyon as well too, but I don't think she's as good. So Carlotta, or Carlotta, yeah, Carlotta. Like, they're an assassin type deal, but their defense is just nil. This particular defense, of course, not wearing the best gear, 114, and it's a level 1. So that's why I kind of parked her. Ben does a little bit more damage, and his gear's a little bit better, and his survivability, I believe it's just a little bit higher than Carlotta's. But this dude, his survivability is not high, but he will bleed stack you to death. And I may want to show you guys what I mean by that. Can I do an exercise, please? We'll go to a challenge. I'm just gonna pick one. Let's pick this guy. Let's exercise. We're exercising here. We're just gonna show you the damage of these guys here. And here we go. I'm just gonna put you right in the middle. And who else do I want? Do I need a healer? I think I may. I'll just put you up here. There you go. Let's see what happens. So watch Cyan. So this particular one, again, we're just exercising. I think this is like a very low level, but see all that bleed? Bleed, 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 bleed? That is Cyan. It is ridiculous. It's such a continuous bleed that is just crazy. And hopefully it'll give us the graph of damage. And so like we'll see like who does the most damage. So I have Sir in here to increase their attack buffs as well too. So let's take a look and see. And of course Arthur for the shield and the heal. So Cyan, so that way they could take a little bit of a beating. But I really do want to show you like, and he's not even a 1-star. This is base with pretty much equivalent gear to Fen, and Fen is a 1-star. So I'm thinking Cyan, Fen, and then maybe Ares. So let's take a look. Yes, we have done this before, but we're just training, so no rewards in exercise mode. Check that out. Fen 416. Oh no, I made a liar of myself. 283. So I think the longer the battle goes, this is when Cyan will eventually take over. But Fen did pull ahead on this particular one, which is fine, great, because Fen does a lot of damage. I also think I have a 2-star Ares. So if we were going to take you out, yeah, let's take you out. Let's see who does more damage, a 2-star Ares or a 1-star Fen. And I'm thinking Ares may pull ahead because he is 2-star. He's pretty well geared at the moment as well too. So I kind of try to gear my guys up based on their star level because they'll have more stats. They'll make more use of all of these either stat type of bonus type of sets and whatnot. So let's see. But sometimes, man, come on, Cyan. I think these guys are just dying too fast for the bleed, but the bleed it's pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I like Cyan a lot. He may not be shining right now, but he has his moments. So right there, that is Ares. He is invulnerable to like all types of attacks. Fen, you're not gonna make it, buddy. Oh my goodness, you just made it. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Fen, Ares, and then Cyan. Alright, so Fen is still pulling ahead, and he's a 1-star. And Ares, but Ares has that play where he could survive and take more hits. He's like that final attack type of deal. So I think that is a lot of things going on right now. I think it's too much for like one video so far. So I'm just going to wrap it up for now, but you will eventually hit the wall. It's okay. It's an idle game. Come back tomorrow. Because tomorrow you'll get some more loot, you'll get some more EXP, you'll get some more of these, what is this, barrelies, I don't know, man. But anyways, you'll get more of those, and then you'll eventually level up. So I am hoping to do that. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is my 5th one, that I need more of those things to level it up to, past this cap right here, which is 51. Once I pass 51, then I could level up all of these other guys past 51 as well too, along with getting boost stats. So just take your time. It's an idle game, but it's an idle game with a timer. So there are events going on right now. I think this event ends in 3 days when you can collect, but 5 days to spend. And here is that Great Collector, 18 days to start, I guess, crafting and ascending those silvers to gold as much as you can. I've done 94 ascension already, but that may be worth it. If you're a new player, don't go for, like, don't save your things like I did. You could if you want to, but I already had Winden and all this other guys, and there are also codes as well too. I don't know, take a look online for those codes. I may try to post those up in the description, but I would probably go for these silver ones because as you get more silver, the loot becomes more, well, you're gonna get these guys anyways. They're like a selection box of gold instead of trying to save up for like a summon selection box. just get the silver, so that way you could pump out the gold to get these rewards. I want to finish these rewards. I got 18 days left, and that's quite generous. So that's a lot of time. So that's over 2 weeks of time that I have left to keep on crafting and get some more summons going on. So the puppet war, we're almost done with it. One more day. Tomorrow's the last day. And this is a guild-based battle. So I have a guild, TRCBY, and we just need to almost finish that one, and then we'll be done with this. This guy is locked because we have not finished all of it. But if you are interested in the game, where you could always use more guildies, so the server that we are on is server 123. It's easy enough to remember, and we're looking for the TRCBY. So feel free to stop by and come play with us. Yeah, so that's it for now. I hope everybody's doing well, staying safe and healthy, and peace.